Thanks to Matt, who's got the 981 GTS, we're down to Azuri car detailers here. I love detailing, you know, one of those guys that I knew was Ammo NYC. There isn't someone in the UK until now. I've just found out there's a guy here, Graham, he owns the business. I love businesses owned by someone. They don't just work there, they own the business. Everything they do, they really care about that. He's just worked on this Porsche. He's got another Aston Martin over there, and maybe we can ask him a few questions about the detailing process, because I love geeking out on this stuff. Just have a look at this Miami blue GT3. He's just had it in. I'm not entirely sure what he's done to it, but the car looks better than brand new. I want to just sort of say hello to Graham here. It's his business, and thank you for allowing me to come and see your business. It's a remarkable place. Huge investment's gone into this place. How long have you been doing detailing?
I've been here for about well, personally I've been doing it for years on my own cars. We've been here for about 4 years now. So yeah, we're just coming up to our 4th anniversary. Yeah, put a lot of effort into it, as you say. Place was an old factory when we moved in, so loads of work got into it, bit of a labour of love.
Oh, and I take it you get some real high-end cars coming in as well?
Yeah, we do quite a lot. So we do a lot of work with local dealerships, but we also probably 80% of our work is retail work. So you know, people just off the through recommendation. And yeah, we're gradually building ourselves a good reputation.
Yeah, and customers like Matt. Yeah, you bought your
always recommending your services.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, indeed.
I must admit, I do get a lot of comments.
Yeah, your car looks absolutely amazing. It looks better than brand new. What exactly did you do on Matt's car, by the way? Was it a machine polish and protection?
Matt's car, we did what we call our enhancement detail. So it's Carmine Red Cayman. Carmine Red's one of Porsche's solid colours, the non-metallic colours. Very much the same as this Miami Blue GT3. They come out the factory good, but they're a little bit flat in terms of the clarity and the gloss, because they're the non-metallic flat colours. What we can do is we do a couple of stages on machine polishing, so we very gently compound the paint, remove any surface defects, swirl marks, that sort of thing. Then the second stage is to machine it up to an extreme gloss. We get a really, really high gloss, and then once we've done that, we have some kind of protection. So on Matt's car, we're a G-Technic accredited detailer. We're also accredited with CarPro, so we can apply Crystal Serum Ultra, and we can apply Seacort's Finest Reserve. So on Matt's car, we applied Crystal Serum Ultra plus 2 coats of EXO. We protected the wheels, protected the interior. Another side of our business is that we're an XPEL paint protection film installer. This GC3 has had full cover. Following the machine polishing process, we've done full cover paint protection film, so every panel on the car, every painted area and every bit of exposed carbon is protected now with XPEL paint protection film. We like to go the extra mile on these things, so we don't just use the standard XPEL patterns. We manipulate those patterns a little bit. We make our own small adjustments to them to make sure that they're as flawless as possible, to make sure the installation is as invisible as possible. Obvious things like we remove the badges off the back and then place those back on top of the PPF. Lights come out and we put the PPF inside so that there's no visible lines or edges. You know, so yeah, generally speaking, we take a lot of care over each job we do. We're a small business, so each job, you know, our reputation hangs on. So we effectively want to get every job as flawless as we possibly can.
Do you mind me asking how many days are spent on this car then?
Well, we have 2 installers working on it, so it's a 4-day job. We've got 2 detailers as well. So the guys working on the machine polishing will spend a day doing the machine polishing process. And then we've got 4 days of paint protection film application. Once the film's on, we're then applying a flexible ceramic coating over the film to make it nice and easy to wash, keep clean, keep bug acids at bay and that sort of thing. We've done, this one's got beautiful 918 spider seat, 918 seats in it. So that's leather and Alcantara inside, so they get protected as well. And we've got the tools to remove centre lock wheels, so the centre locks come off for proper access, and then we've coated the wheels, coated the brake calipers, so everything's nicely protected and ready for whatever.
Well, the other thing as well that I've noticed is that once you have that protection on there, it's so easy to clean.
Yeah.
And it just makes maintenance a dream, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, you actually get less grit and crap and everything sort of sticking on the car. So yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at the lighting as well, because obviously being into videography, I can see you've got the white type of light, the right lighting, and even all that kind of lighting around the side. So that just helps you spot all the imperfections.
Yeah,
so
we've invested a lot into the unit, and you know, we refer to it as multiple light sources. We've got specific lights that are designed to spot imperfections. We've got other types of lights that are designed to help us put coatings on cars. The other side of it is that the place needs to look bright, needs to look airy, needs to look clean. I'm a bit obsessed about it being clean, as you'd imagine, and for me that means that we work cleanly, we do the job well, we don't get contamination on cars, we don't have any issues with that sort of thing, and it also represents the business well. So when a customer brings their car along to us, sometimes we've never even met them before, and they're going to be leaving their brand new £300,000 supercar with us. The place has to be right, and they have to feel comfortable with us.
Done my last 2 cars as well.
Yeah.
The RS3 and then the Cayman. The thing that I did really enjoy actually is when I came around the corner, you parked it there. And it almost felt like I was picking up a brand new car.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely amazing. It's a nice experience. So.
I have to take my hats off to these people, because if you can't buy a new car and you buy a used car, guys like Graham can make a used car even be better than new car experience.
We try to get it that way. Yeah, I mean, sometimes there are some defects that we can't remove. We'll always say to the customer, we'll do what's safe. We'll do what's safe to do. We're not going to go, bananas with machine polishers and cause problems. Ultimately the guys are very skilled, they're very experienced. We'll take paint readings. We understand how different paints work on different cars. Even with, for example, we've got an Aston Martin Vantage over there. The paint on the Aston is completely different to the paint on the Porsche.
Wow.
In a way that it's much softer. It arrived with quite a lot of factory defects in it,
really?
sanding marks and so on that needed removing. The colour's called China Grey, and it's notoriously quite a tricky colour to get right. But it's now ready, it's finished.
It looks amazing. I mean, can you talk us through some of the work that was done on the Aston?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
This car just looks absolutely
it looks
stunning.
lovely now, yeah. I mean, we're really happy with it. Customer's going to be over the moon. We've given the customer a bit of advice on this one. Originally he wanted it to be machine polished and ceramic coated. What we recommended to the customer was that the black piano black trim, if you see the side seals in particular, they run all the way underneath the car. So we've applied paint protection film to these seals here. The film goes, the PPF goes all the way under the sill to give that some proper protection against road rash, which it will inevitably get.
So how do you ensure that it doesn't sort of peel off then, as you go around those tight edges?
It's just because the installers we have are experienced and skilled, and we apply it properly.
Wow.
So it gets applied properly. The patterns are cut to exact standards, millimetre perfect patterns, and for example, the mirrors on this car are cut in a number of different pieces.
So there's no cutting done on the vehicle then, is there?
Absolutely not, no.
Okay. Wow.
One of the things that we emphasise to our customers is that all the cutting is done off the car. In our studio upstairs, we've got the 60-inch Graphtec plotter. We've got access to every pattern that's available on the market. We then make our own adjustments to those patterns. These mirrors, for example, you won't even see the films on them. Absolutely flawless.
That's exactly what I was looking at. I literally can't see that.
We've got 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece, 4 piece, 5 pieces on this mirror, and the joins are done to a standard where you're just not going to spot they're on there. The other bits on this car that we advise the customer on, so we've spent a lot of time correcting this paint, a lot of time making sure that this paint is as flawless as it could possibly be. The remit from the customer was that he wanted his car to have a wet look. He wanted it to be super glossy. I think we've achieved that. We've applied paint protection film from the lights downwards, so this whole front section is now protected with Expel PPF. All of the high gloss plastics on the front are protected. He's got a black high gloss roof, which we advised him that we think he should also have protected as well.
So the bonnet is not protected?
So the bonnet has Crystal Serum Ultra.
Because one thing that's amazing, I can't see any variation in colour between the protected kind of front lower bonnet and, sorry, the bumper and the bonnet.
Correct, yeah, you won't do.
That's amazing.
You won't do, because, I mean, the Expel, there's lots of different films on the market, paint protection films on the market. We're not wedded to Expel, but we like the Expel film because it's, in our opinion, gives the best balance between gloss, clarity and protection. Protection being the most important thing, that's what you're paying for. But you'll see ultimately that that's got PPF on it, that hasn't. All of these edges are wrapped in. Nice and neat round the parking sensors. The badge was removed and then placed back over the top of the PPF. So it's as invisible as you're going to get it in terms of a paper paint
That's
protection
an
film
amazing job,
installation.
yeah.
Yeah, so we're pretty pleased with it. The wheels have been done as well on this, and the calipers, and this one's ready to go. So we applied the last coatings of the ceramic coating, 3-layer ceramic coating. Last coating's got done this morning, so this will be going out the door Monday, giving it plenty of time to cure.
And most importantly, when's your next Porsche meet?
We're actually running the next Porsche meet on the 7th, I think it's the 7th or 9th, whatever the Sunday is of June.
Okay.
So we're expecting probably 60 to 70 Porsches on that day.
There you go.
This last year we did a run of 7 Weissach packs GT3 RSs in a whole range of colours, and what I'm trying to do is get all of those cars back so we can put them in a line. All of them have got full cover PPF on, and we got pretty good at doing those. You know, we're pretty proud of what we did on those.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time, Graham, and thank you, Matt, for introducing me to Graham, because I'd have never been here otherwise. And Azuri Car Care, look him up on the internet. There you go.